of fraudulent activity that may arise in their domain to the Commission for investigation. He noted that royal fathers have a crucial role to play by using their good offices to champion the crusade against corruption among their subjects. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for the Eagle.
The Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, has cautioned students and youths across the country against yielding to destructive peer pressure. He gave the advice at Gleason International Academy, Abuja, which hosted its Technology Week with the theme, Building a Safe and Inclusive Digital Space. Here are the details.
Speaking on the topic, peer pressure and fake life, a recipe for cybercrime, the EFCC boss, who was represented by the head, Enlightenment and Reorientation Unit of the Commission, Aisha Mohammed, described peer pressure as an influence exerted by a group of individuals, usually of similar age, status, or interest, to make others conform to their attitudes, behaviors, or values. Peer pressure, he further said, could be subtle or overt, negative or positive, but in all, it is capable of affecting the recipient's beliefs, choices, and actions. Olukoyede said, while positive peer pressure encourages good habits and new positive experiences that conform.
Confidence, because you want to belong to a particular kind of group, or you want to be acceptable by that certain kind of group.
The principal of the school, Charles Ene, thanked the EFCC for the visit and the enlightenment of the students on managing the challenges of adolescence. Amina Kawa reporting for the Eagle.
Salamu alaikum. Ba yau ma gashi na kawo ni kasan. Kuma kwarai kuwa naira na gugan naira miliyan 500 ne. Ko san yanzu akwai doka? Wace doka kuma? Yanzu ake yayin aje naira. Ana sai a wajen biki ake amfani da naira. Yanzu dala ne ke magana.
Kada in ce kana daga cikin irin mutanen nan masu wulakanta naira. Masu karya darajar naira su wulakanta naira a wurin biki, suna liki, suna tattaka ta, suna cin mutuncin kuɗin mu kamar ba san darajar kuɗin mu ba.
Alhajin canji kana jin tsoro ne?
Akwai doka.
Doka?
Kuma kwamitin nan da ke hana wulakantawa da karya darajar naira na hukumar EFCC na nan.
To?
Sai dai fa ba an hana canji ba ne, amma a bi ta hannun cibiyoyin kuɗi da aka amince. A kiyaye fifita dala akan naira.
Hakika mu kasance 'yan ƙasa na gari, mu bi doka, mu zauna lafiya.
Welcome to the interview segment. My name is Miracle Chukwuagoziem. After unsettled history of 3 attempts at democracy, which saw Nigeria wobbling at the verge of disintegration, another effort was made in 1999, which has remained uninterrupted 25 years after. In celebrating this milestone, one is not unmindful of the role anti-corruption fight plays in this democratic process, which had been aborted in some parts of Africa by corruption in all forms like vote buying, election rigging, falsification of documents, among others. In today's interview segment, we'll have ACE2 David Ngwe, PhD, to talk about the role of anti-corruption war in preservation of democracy in Nigeria. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, sir, before diving deep, let us have an understanding of the key word making up the topic of discussion. What is corruption?
Corruption is a form of dishonesty or criminal offense undertaken by a person, group of persons, or organizations entrusted with public office in order to acquire illicit benefits. It can also be defined as the abuse of power for personal gain. I consider corruption as the abandonment of good habits. It's important to stress that corruption cannot be subjected to a universally acceptable definition. And that is why even the United Nations Convention on Corruption avoids defining corruption, but listing out activities that constitute corrupt behavior, such as bribery, influence peddling, and embezzlement.
Having described corruption, what is democracy?
Laconically defined as government of the people, by the people, and for the people, democracy is a system of government in which state power is vested in the people. It's a system of government in which citizen participation in the governance of their society is key. The United Nations, for instance, provided an elaborate definitions that include the environment where there is respect for human rights and fundamental freedom, in which the freely expressed will of the people is exercised. This is contrary to certain forms of government like autocracy, a military regime, and so on, in which the will of the people is emasculated.
How are these two words, corruption and democracy, connected?
The point of departure is to note that corruption is antithetical to democracy because democracy hinges on public trust. Corruption is a major driver of democratic decline. It lowers public trust in governance, prejudicing sound policy making to favor private interests, as well as leading to the capture of accountability mechanisms